Grade 9 Math, multi-step equations with fractions. I have no idea what to do with this equation. What's the first step of this equation? Okay, let's have a look. So we have an equation with fractions. Here's what you want to do first. We can multiply every term by the lowest common denominator. That way we can just get rid of the fractions right away. So I wanted to show you that first. And then I will also show you the alternative, which is going to be longer, and I do not recommend the second way because you will be working fractions a lot. Check out the first way right here. First, we see that 3, 2, and 6. So the lowest common denominator is just 3 times 2. You get 6. The lowest common multiple of the denominator, because you know 3 goes into 6 2 times, 2 also go into 6 and 3 times. So what you want to do is you want to multiply everybody by 6. So 6 times that, which is 2 thirds, and then minus 6 times that, which is half times y, and then plus 6 times 1 third y, and then plus 6 times 4, and lastly 6 times 0. And sometimes you can just write a big parentheses and the 6 in the front, and then you distribute. And now we are going to multiply 6 and 2 thirds. Just multiply 6 and 2, which is 12, and then divide it by 3, you get 4. And then minus, do the same thing. 6 times 3 is 18. Divided by 2 is 9. And then we have the y. Then 6 times 1 is 6. Divided by 3 is 2. And then we have the y. And then 6 times 4 is 24. And then 6 times 0 is 0. So that's what we have. Then you see that we don't have fractions anymore, but we still have to combine like terms. Check this out. Let's combine the variable part first. Negative 9y plus 2y. Negative 9 plus 2 is negative 7. And you keep the y. 4 plus 24 is 28. And that is equal to 0. And then we want to keep this term on the left-hand side, and then we just subtract 28 from both sides. You want to keep the term with the variable on one side, and then bring the other numbers to the other side. And then we get negative 7y equals 0 minus 28 is negative 28. Now this is negative 7 times y. To get rid of the 7, we divide. To get rid of the negative 7, we divide both sides by negative 7. Cancel. And you see that y will be negative divided by negative is positive. 28 divided by 7 is 4. And that will be the answer. Alright? Now, let me show you what will happen if you want to work with fractions, which is something that I will not recommend you to do. Here we go. The second way is that we combine like terms on the left-hand side and we work with fractions. So if you look at this and that, combining like terms means that we will have to combine negative 3 over 2 with 1/3. And when we add these two fractions, we have to get the common denominator. 2 and 3, the common denominator is 6, because 2 goes into 6 3 times. 3 also goes into 6, but twice. So right here, we need to multiply by 3 and do the same thing on the top. Right here, we need to multiply by 2 and do the same thing on the top. Negative 3 times 3 is negative 9. 2 times 3 is 6. 1 times 2 is 2. 3 times 2 is 6. When we add the fractions, we just need to add the top. Negative 9 plus 2 is negative 7, and we keep the bottom, which is the 6. So we get negative 7 over 6. Put a negative on the top, it's recommended. And then we have the y. Done. Now we will have to do 2 thirds plus 4. So first, notice that the 4 is the same as 4 over 1. And then get the common denominator. Here we have 3, here we have 1. If we multiply the 1 by 3, then we get 3. So they will be the same. And do the same thing on the top. And we see that that will be 2 thirds plus 12 over 3. And then 12 plus 2 plus 12 is 14. And then you keep the 3. So together we have 14 over 3. That's the second part right here. So plus 14 over 3. And that is still equal to 0. Then Pretty much the same thing, but this time we have to bring this to the other side. And to do so, we subtract 14 over 3 from both sides. So they cancel. And we see negative 7 over 6y is equal to negative 14 over 3. This time, we have this number, which is a fraction, times y, and it's equal to another fraction. We are going to multiply both sides by its reciprocal, which is 6 over negative 7. And we do the same thing on the other side. Have a look. 6 and 6 cancel, negative 7 and negative 7 cancel, and we just get y, and that's equal to. Right here, you have two ways to do it. You can cross cancel first, and then you multiply. It's easier this way because the numbers will be smaller. 3 goes into 3 one time, 3 goes into 6 two times. Negative divided by negative is positive. 7 goes into 7 one time, 7 goes into 14 two times. And you see that this is the equal sign here. On the top, we just have positive 2 times another positive 2, which is just equal to 4. And then over 1, which doesn't matter. And this right here will be the answer, which is the one that we got earlier. Right here though, if you wanted to multiply the top and top, bottom and bottom, you get negative 84 over negative 21. Still you get positive 84 divided by 21, you just get 4, which of course you have the same answer. Yeah, it's longer in my opinion. Definitely try the first method. Multiply all the terms by its lowest common denominator. It works out much better. Hopefully this right here helps. If I have any more questions, feel free to leave a comment down below and let me know. That's it.